Dear students, welcome to Chandbagh School Biology Department and I am Sumaira Anwar. Today we are going to start lesson 3 of 6 for the grade 10 students. And the topic I am going to discuss today is Central Nervous System, CNS. In my previous lesson, I have discussed about two types of nervous system, that is Central Nervous System and Peripheral Nervous System. So today I will discuss about Central Nervous System in detail. Central nervous system basically consists of brain and spinal cord. Brain is present inside the cranium and has several parts, while spinal cord is present inside the vertebral column. Both of them are collectively known as Central Nervous System or CNS. Here is a diagram that shows the location of brain and spinal cord in human body. Now, what is meant by cranium? Cranium is a part of skull that encloses and protects the brain. So, here is a diagram that shows the cranium that is a part of the skull and it encloses the brain. What is the function of the cranium? It gives protection to the brain. Meninges, membranes that line the cranium and covers the brain. Inside the cranium, there are membranes that cover the brain and protect and nourish the brain tissues. These are known as meninges. Function of central nervous system. It integrates the working of receptors and effectors. Receptors, for example, sense organs that receive stimuli, and effectors that show response, for example, muscles or glands, to bring about appropriate responses. So, receptors and effectors coordinate properly in order to produce appropriate responses. Brain. Your brain is one of the most complex and powerful organs in your body. It works as a computer mainframe, controlling the activities of all of the other systems in the body. Structure of brain. The brain develops as a swelling at the anterior front end of the spinal cord. In human, it weighs about 1.4 kg and is the most complex organ known. The brain is largely composed of neurons, typically containing about 25 billion cells, each connected to as many as 1,000 others, forming a total of up to 10 raised to 14 synapses, a junction between the two neurons. What is synapse? It is a junction between two neurons. And what is meant by neuron? I have already discussed in my previous lesson about the neuron and the three types of neurons. That is sensory neurons, relay or interneurons, and the third one is known as the motor neuron. Parts of human brain. Due to its complexity in human body, human brain has developed compartments to specialize in a particular function. Human brain is divided into three parts on the basis of their function and placements. The three main parts of human brain are forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. So, this is the diagram that shows the three main parts of the human brain: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. We will discuss all of these three parts in detail in the next slides. Brain. Brain is divided into three parts: forebrain, cerebrum, thalamus, hypothalamus. Midbrain, hindbrain, pons, medulla oblongata, cerebellum. Now, the parts of the brain: forebrain, cerebrum, thalamus, hypothalamus. These are the three parts of the forebrain. Now here is the pituitary gland. Next is the midbrain and the next one is the hindbrain. Hindbrain contains pons, medulla oblongata, cerebellum. And you can see here the spinal cord. So midbrain and hindbrain are known as the brain stem. Now first part, that is the cerebrum. It is the part of the forebrain, largest part of the brain. Location: the cerebrum is located in the upper part of the cranial cavity, the space inside the top of the skull, composed of left and right hemispheres. What are the functions of cerebrum? They are concerned with intelligence, memory, learning, sensations, and overall control of all voluntary actions in human. Thalamus. It is a part of forebrain. Location. It is located between cerebral cortex and the midbrain. Functions. It plays an important role in relaying sensory information except olfaction, sense of smell, to the cerebral cortex. It is capable of recognition of pain, temperature, light, touch, pressure, etc. So here is a diagram that shows the location of the thalamus. Moving towards the next part of the forebrain, that is the hypothalamus. It is located at the base of the brain near the pituitary gland. As you can see here with the help of the diagram, here is the hypothalamus that is located near the pituitary gland. It is a link between endocrine system and nervous system. Endocrine system is a system in which we study about the hormones and the glands. Function. The portion of the brain that maintains the body's internal balance, homeostasis. Hypothalamus is concerned with the regulation of body temperature. It regulates the water potential of the blood, appetite, sleep, emotions. Now, what is pituitary gland? Pituitary gland produces and releases many important hormones, including follicle stimulating hormone, FSH, which regulates the development of female gametes. The second hormone, antidiuretic hormone, ADH, which controls the water retention by the kidney. So, here is a diagram that shows the location of the pituitary gland. So, this slide shows the location of the pituitary gland. Now, in the next slide, I am going to discuss what is meant by the brain stem. So, that's why this diagram I have repeated here. Midbrain and hindbrain, they are known as the brain stem. Now, how can we define the brain stem? The brain stem is the structure that connects the brain to the spinal cord. This is the stem-like structure. It connects the brain to the spinal cord. That's why it is known as the brain stem. It is composed of midbrain and hindbrain. The structure that connects the brain to the spinal cord, it includes the pons and the medulla oblongata. So, pons and medulla oblongata are present in the brain stem. Moving towards the midbrain location, it is topmost part of the brain stem. Function. It is concerned with sight and visual reflexes, for example, the movement of eyeballs. Now, hindbrain. It consists of pons, medulla oblongata, cerebellum. Pons. It is a part of hindbrain. Location. It is located above medulla oblongata. Here, as you can see in the diagram, here is the brain stem and the pons are located here. Now, what is the function of the pons? It is involved in control of sleep cycles. It controls the breathing movements. It communicates between different parts of the brain. So, these are the three important functions related to the pons, and you can see the location as well here with the help of diagram. Now, the next part of the hindbrain is the medulla oblongata. So, here is the location of medulla. It is located in the lower half of the brain stem. What is the function of medulla? It relays information between the spinal cord and the brain. It controls involuntary actions. What are involuntary actions? I have already discussed in my previous lesson. It had a number of reflex centers. What is reflex? It is an involuntary response to a stimuli. Now, reflexes. Reflex centers. Medulla oblongata contain reflex centers, vital reflexes and non-vital reflexes. Vital reflexes regulate heart rate, breathing, blood vessel diameter. Non-vital reflexes coordinate swallowing, salivation, coughing and sneezing. Cerebellum. It is also the part of hindbrain. Location. The cerebellum is located behind the top part of the brain stem where the spinal cord meets the brain. What is the function of cerebellum? It coordinates the muscle movement. It maintains posture and balance. Spinal cord. The spinal cord is a long, fragile tube-like structure that begins at the end of the brain stem. It is a long, fragile tube-like structure that begins at the end of the brain stem and continues down almost to the bottom of the spine. Now, what is the function of the spinal cord? The spinal cord transmits nerve impulses from the sensory neuron to the brain and the brain drawn to the motor neuron. So, these impulses are transmitted from sensory to motor neuron with the help of spinal cord. So, in our lesson, we have discussed about brain, its three major parts, that is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. You have to remember the location of each of these ones: cerebrum, thalamus, hypothalamus, pons, medulla oblongata and cerebellum. And remember the function related to each of these parts. At least you should remember two of the function related to each of these parts. So, what is your written assignment related to the topic? Name the parts of the brain responsible for control of breathing and heartbeat. Second, aggressive behavior. And third one, the part of the brain that is responsible for learning a foreign language. Question number 2. How is brain protected? I have explained in my lesson. So you have to find out the answer and write it down. Question number 3. Write down the function of hypothalamus, pituitary gland, cerebellum and cerebrum. The functions of these parts are given in the lesson. This lesson is very important. So you have to memorize all of the functions and the location of the parts of the brain. It is also very interesting. So watch the lesson carefully, write down the lecture points and complete the assignment and send on my WhatsApp number. If you have any problem related to the topic, you can drop your questions on my WhatsApp number. Thanks for watching.